Hi my loves, so today I'm going to be doing the anti-TBR tag, so if you're interested in my answers to these questions, please keep watching.
I am so scared of falling down. I just won't climb in the first place.
I have based all the answers to these questions off of my own personal opinion, so if these books or authors are your favourite, don't take it personally, this is just how I feel personally, and I mean no harm. So I have my notebook here and I'm just going to read the questions. We don't have these books, we're just going to read them off. I will put pictures on the screen of these books or the authors that I'm talking about. So we'll just get right into it with question number one. A popular book everyone loves but you have no interest in reading. So I would have to go with an author, specifically John Green. I have read Looking for Alaska, which I liked, but if I went back and reread it, I don't think I would have rated it as highly as I did the first time I read it. I read Fault in the Stars, I did not like that. I tried to read Will Grayson, and I just didn't get past like the 50-page mark. I have no intention of picking up Turtles All the Way Down, I believe, or any of the other books. I've just kind of called it a day with John Green. Like his I don't think I like his writing style enough to continue to pick up his books. When I've not had a good time with the ones that I've already read, I just don't see the point picking up any more. So question number two is a classic book or author you have no interest in reading. So I'd have to go with The Count of Monte Cristo. I first seen this on Cody's channel, um, and I just seen her have the hardest time with it, and I just realised that that is a classic that I do not want to read. So like good for Cody, like that book is a beast, but I unfortunately won't be picking it up. Question number three has two parts. So question number three, A, name an author you have no interest in, and B, a problematic author. So I have no interest in Zoe Arson. She wrote Light as a Feather. I did not like Light as a Feather. I DNF'd it. I have no interest in picking up from this author because I didn't like the writing style. I did, however, watch the TV show of Light as a Feather, and I did quite enjoy that. So I would just say watch the TV show. And also Victoria Aveyard, who wrote the Red Queen series, I believe. I have no interest in picking up any of her work. I have heard nothing but meh things, and there's so much books out there that I just feel like I want to read more than backtracking to some authors that I haven't heard the greatest things about. And for problematic authors, there is Emily Duncan, Jay Asher, James Dashner, and Robin Talley. I'm not going to say in detail what they have done. If you're interested, you could always Google it for yourself, but I personally won't be picking up from any of those authors. Question number four, an author you've read before and have decided that's not for you. So I read The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton, I believe, and it wasn't for me. I gave it a 2 stars. I did not enjoy it. I did not like the writing style. I thought it was pretentious and condescending at times, and I felt like the story was overly complicated for no reason. So I just feel like I wouldn't get along with that kind of writing when I didn't the first time. So I have no interest in picking anything up from this author again. Um, but a lot of the answers to these questions, I never like to say that I'll never pick something up because that seems like a bit of a stretch. But these books are maybe books that just don't interest in me, authors that I just don't plan to pick anything up from. I will never say never. Maybe I will pick up something for a project or video or something that I said I wouldn't pick up. But this, just in general, is my feelings about what isn't exciting me at the moment. Question number five, a genre you can't get into or just isn't for you. So I find sci-fi as a whole genre really hard to get into. I am very picky with science fiction books. Sometimes I will pick them up and only get a certain amount of the way through and then put it down because I lose interest. There have been a few standouts. I love the Scythe trilogy, really enjoyed that. There is also Andy Weir. I would like to pick up his books, but overall, sci fi just seems like so daunting for me, and I feel like I find it really hard to get into a science fiction book. Not that I'm not trying, I just don't think I've found the right ones. And question number 6 is a book you bought and will never read. So I have an unhaul. I don't know if it'll be up before or after this video. I just recently unhauled it. So I bought 3 books in the Fallen series and I only bought them because they were 3 for £1. And it felt like the cheapest deal ever. They were battered, they were broken. I knew I was never going to read them, but because they were so cheap and I had heard about them, they were big when fantasy, romance, paranormal had just came out back in like 2014, 13 maybe. And I knew I was never going to read them, but I bought them because they were so cheap. They are now unhauled, so I now have space on my shelf for books that I actually intend to read. Question number 7, a series you have no interest in reading or you decided to DNF. So I am going to have a video out on the series that I have completed and abandoned. And I'm also going to have another video of ones that I want to start, but a couple of the series that I have abandoned or decided to DNF are The Lion Game by Sarah Shepard, Percy Jackson, and Vampire Academy. So if you're interested in why I'm deciding to not continue in these series, then subscribe and maybe hit the bell so you can see when my um, abandoned and completed book series video comes out, and I will go into more detail and tell you my whole list in that video. But those are just a few. Question number 8 is a new release you have no interest in reading. This is Kate in Waiting by Becky Albertalli. So I have previously read Love Simon, The On Offbeat, and what's the other one? Oh, I will have pictures on the screen, but I'm totally blanking on the third one. So I've read all 3 of them, but Kate and Waiting just doesn't sound like my cup of tea. I didn't like the synopsis, and I think it's about someone that becomes famous, and I don't really like that plot line. In contemporary stories, I prefer other plot lines like fake dating or the meet cute kind of ones and the funny ones, and I just don't like when contemporaries do famous, but that's a personal preference. That is it. That is all the questions to the anti-TBR tag. Let me know some of your answers down below in the comments. So maybe if you like, comment and then answer the questions under your comments so I can see what you would like to not pick up. This was a fun video because often we speak about books that we are just so excited for, so it is a little bit of a mix-up to see people speak about books that they have no interest in. Again, I will never say never, and this video was not intended to hurt anyone's feelings. These are personal opinions, but yeah, I had fun doing it. I will speak to you in the comments down below if you answer some of the questions too. I hope you stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and I will see you next time. Bye. Ugh.
Pack up my summer in a Ziploc bag. Old maps and tchotchkes, photographs, said this and that. I'll write myself a letter